Peace Collective. What is going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me each and every single time you guys join. Thank you guys times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. If you guys are ever interested in personals, I do offer them. All the information is going to be in the description box down below, like always. Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, this channel is not specific to any particular zodiac sign. Each and every zodiac sign is very welcomed here with opened arms. Please just take what resonates and leave the rest. If the message does not apply, let it fly. Readings are absolutely timeless. So if this is not the reading for you today, that is totally fine. There are plenty of other readings on this channel for you guys to tap into and to check out. At the time of this recording, we are still in Pisces season. We are also in the middle of, at least at the time of this recording, we're in the middle of a lunar eclipse in Virgo. Okay, so some of you guys could be a Virgo or a Pisces. Happy birthday to any of you Pisceans out there, by the way. You could have Virgo or Pisces heavily aspected in your chart. You could be involved with the Virgo or Pisces. If not, it doesn't matter, okay? If you guys clicked here on this reading, then you're here for a reason. If something resonates, you like the vibes here of the channel, leave a like. It is free 99 to do so. Share if you care. Subscribe. Would love to have y'all here, part of the family. So if you guys are familiar with my channel, then you guys know I usually do breakdowns and tap-ins when it comes to new moon cycles, full moon cycles, and of course eclipse cycles. So by the time you guys catch this recording, we have already exited the point of totality of the lunar eclipse. Okay, of course, depending on what part of the world you're in, what part of the country you're in. By the time you guys catch this recording, it would have already passed. So the lunar eclipse in Virgo, which is considered a blood moon. If you guys did catch the eclipse, you might have seen that the moon was like a tint of red, depending again where you're at in the world or in the United States. Okay, but yeah, so this is the second, I believe the second lunar eclipse in Virgo, or just another eclipse in Virgo that we've had in the last year or so. This is kind of the wrap up of the Virgo energy. Make sure you guys are checking where Virgo resides in your birth chart. You could have Virgo in your second house. You could have Virgo that rules over your 10th house, your 9th house. Just double check on your birth charts to make sure where Virgo and Pisces resides, okay? Because that's where some of these themes are going to be highlighted and taking place. Okay, so eclipses in general are full moons, right? So we have the full moon in Virgo, lunar eclipse in Virgo. Full moons and eclipses are about release, revelation, and rebirth. Please keep in mind, eclipse energy, it's very potent. So things that are not going to necessarily shift at the drop of a dime when there's an eclipse, it's more of a shift to get you prepared for the shift that's occurring, okay? It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it is more of a preparation stage for these next 6 months to the next year, okay? So it's very potent energy that's going to last for a while. So this particular lunar eclipse is taking place in the second decan of Virgo. There are 3 decans for each zodiac sign, okay? So the second decan of Virgo is represented by the 9 of Pentacles in the tarot, which is a Venus-ruled card. 9 of Pentacles, just to give a quick rundown, can talk about independence, self-worth. Obviously, Pentacles can talk about money, okay? Someone in the 9 of Pentacles energy can be very self-sufficient. It's one of those energies of feeling very in the energy of receiving, okay? Receiving abundance and living happily in that abundance after working so hard and so diligently. It's definitely about the energy of being able to receive, okay? And enjoying the fruits of your labor, essentially. Again, like I mentioned before, eclipses, full moons can be about release and revelation. So this is a culmination period, release and recognizing what doesn't belong. So recognizing, or there's going to be a highlight on what is not in alignment with that Nine of Pentacles energy when it comes to enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? Independent success, okay? If something here is in the way or keep creating roadblocks to your Nine of Pentacles energy, it's going to be extremely highlighted at this time, and there's not going to be a choice but for it to kind of be removed, okay? Control versus surrender. So that's a theme because full moons, eclipses, they are pretty much just in opposition, okay? So pretty much right across, again, opposing, opposition, the sign of Pisces, which the sun is in Pisces at this time, okay? So control, which is Virgo energy, versus surrender, Pisces energy, okay? This full moon is in opposition to the sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, all occupied in the sign of Pisces right now. So where are you guys realizing that you're having too much control over the situation or the outcome, where you really need to surrender? If you guys are familiar with my channel or you've caught my last few uploads, that has been a reoccurring message about surrendering to the Most High, just surrendering all of your burdens, okay? Another theme during this lunar eclipse is releasing self-criticism for compassion in our efforts. Okay, Virgo energy can be very critical, not just of other people, but of our own selves. I'm a Virgo rising, so I'm definitely feeling this eclipse personally. But yeah, where are you having too much criticism over your own self and others, okay, but mostly when it comes to yourself, and releasing that for more compassion when it comes to where you're putting your hard work, your drive, your ambition, your effort. Just because something didn't click or give you exactly the result you were looking for within a day or a week doesn't mean that you should start criticizing yourself or become your own worst enemy, okay? If you know you're doing the work, you know you're putting in the effort, you know that you're putting your best foot forward and you're showing up, give yourself some grace and compassion, okay? Again, this is a lunar cycle, an eclipse that's going to highlight surrender and the energy to be able to receive, okay? Another highlight is ending of survival mode and moving into trust mode. Again, that kind of goes back hand in hand with control versus surrender. So again, in that Virgo part of your life, where do you feel like where have you been in survival mode for so long? It's time to turn that into trust mode. And again, surrender, okay? I know that's a lot easier said than done, but once you actually start doing it and start practicing it, it becomes a lot easier and second nature over time, okay? Emotional cost of burnout through overproductivity. Virgo is the energy of wanting to feel or wanting to be recognized or needed when it comes to acts of service. It's not so much in a grandiose or showboat type of way, maybe like Leo energy, but Virgo doesn't mind being appreciated inside and quiet, right? However, Virgo energy does sometimes, in the negative aspect, seek validation, or they receive validation through productivity or being of service to others. But there is a period where you guys may find yourselves kind of burning out. Where are you doing too much, right? If you're doing too much somewhere when it comes to overproductivity, you might find yourself becoming more detached emotionally. Okay, so where the emotional cost of burnout are going to be very highlighted here. If you're the workhorse type of person, you got to give yourself a break. And I feel like that can be very hard for a Virgo sun, moon, or rising, or just wherever Virgo is in your life, okay? Again, where do you feel as though you are burning yourself out through overproductivity? That includes relationships as well. Okay, are you over giving or overextending yourself in a relationship? That will be emotional cost of a burnout. Okay, again, here too, your value is not based in what you do for others. So I literally just said Virgo energy. You don't have to be a Virgo, okay? Because everybody has every zodiac sign in their chart, but Virgo energy can kind of seek validation through acts of service or feeling or wanting to be needed by other people. Okay, your value is not based on what you do for others. Your value is where you set the bar. Okay, how you allow other people to talk to you, how you allow other people to treat you, and how you treat yourself is more important than equating validation or, again, your value based on what you do for other people. So keep that in mind, okay? That's going to be very heavily highlighted if you find yourself being a people pleaser or overextending yourself, okay? Realizing that you're worthy and that how you feel is valid, okay? I'm actually have a Moonology deck, and there's a card in this deck about Virgo energy talking about you are good enough, okay? Again, that Nine of Pentacles energy is very self-aware and confident and sure of themselves when you show up with the Nine of Pentacles in a reading, okay? It can be very independent and self-sufficient, but someone in the Nine of Pentacles energy is enjoying the fruits of all of their labor, okay? And they know and recognize their worth. Hence why they may be a little bit more independent and self-sufficient, because they're not seeking validation from other people, right? So you are worthy, and how you feel is valid. So self-awareness when it comes to insecurities may be extremely highlighted at this time. This is also a period to enjoy and relax without guilt attached. Again, overextending ourselves, over productivity, it can lead to burnout. It's okay to, again, be in that Nine of Pentacles energy, enjoy the fruits of your labor and all of your hard work and your efforts, wherever you're applying that energy, and you can enjoy peace. You can enjoy quiet time. You can enjoy solitude without feeling guilty. So don't feel bad because you took a day off from work. If you really felt like you needed to, don't feel bad about it. Don't have guilt attached to it, okay? Because then it's not going to feel good anymore, right? And you're going to be right back into that cycle. So please keep that in mind. Another highlight here of working on the ability to receive. As somebody who finds it very hard to ask for help and not being in the energy to receive for a very long time, it can feel a little weird. It can feel a little out of place, right? Just being open to receive. And that can be from anything or anybody, just the universe, God. Some of you guys may not even feel like you're worthy of what it is you're asking for. And that has to change, okay? Because if you don't feel worthy of what you're manifesting, what you're asking for, why would God give it to you? Okay, so working on the ability to receive and realizing that you are worthy to receive, okay? Rigid relationship patterns are going to be released. Hypervigilance is going to be released. Again, that goes hand in hand with kind of having too much control over people, places, things, scenarios. It's almost going to kind of fall off kind of naturally. You guys don't have to do too much or work too hard or fight too much for these themes to kind of start showing up, being highlighted, or falling away at the wayside, okay? Rigid relationship patterns are going to fall apart. They're going to fall off because it's not in alignment, okay? Hypervigilance, again, this is the energy of receiving. Okay, if it's not meant to be received, it's going to feel rocky, it's going to feel rigid, it's going to feel imbalanced. So to pay attention to. And again, full moons in general, or whether it's an eclipse or not, intuition is heightened just naturally, okay? Your achievements do not equal self-worth. We already talked about that. Where are you ready to receive without overdoing or overextending yourself? Again, where is Virgo in your birth chart, you guys? If Virgo is in your first house, where are you overcompensating or doing too much or over criticizing when it comes to your looks, your presentation, or how you show up in the world, right? If you have maybe Virgo in your 10th house, which would have to do with your career, your status, right? Long-term success. Are you even ready to receive long-term success? Like without overextending yourself, or again, without burning out? Okay, again, apply that where it makes sense for you. Now, this lunar eclipse is going to be sextiling with Jupiter in Cancer. For those of you guys that are not familiar with aspects, a sextile is when a planet is, I want to say, like 30 or 60 degrees from the other planets. So again, we have the moon and Jupiter sextiling, which is a very harmonious aspect. It's very seamless. It kind of just flows naturally like water. Okay, again, that goes hand in hand with not having to do too much. I was just talking about the energy to receive. So with Jupiter in Cancer, that can kind of equate to love and safety, okay, with Cancer, right? Feeling at home, feeling safe, feeling secure when it comes to your emotional space. Love and safety doesn't have to be worked for because you are naturally deserving. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not supposed to put in effort to our relationships, right? However, some of you guys may feel or may be struggling with the fact that you are naturally deserving of love and security and safety, especially when it comes to your emotional state. So you don't have to overdo yourself or overextend yourself just to receive what you already deserve. Again, true love, safety and security in a job space, in a relationship, in a housing situation. Okay, being in full alignment, thought, word, and action. That's what I wrote down. So when everything is in alignment, your thoughts, everything starts as a thought first, right? So you can have a thought, you can write it down, type it out, put it into the atmosphere, and then take action. Okay, that's genuine, real, full alignment. If one of those things is missing, or again, you're attached to rigid, imbalanced relationship patterns, then you're not in alignment. Okay. Truths become very heavy to keep disguised. Again, full moon energy can be about release, but also about revelation and heightened intuition. Okay. So, and this is a blood moon. So I feel like very strong, heavy karmic energy, karmic ties, karmic attachments, and relationships are really, this is the last hoorah, the last stand for any karmic energy, okay? Any type of lies, deception, hidden truths, they don't have a choice but to be revealed and to come out. We've got Saturn and Neptune in the sign of Aries as well. So that conjunction really can be a bit of a stir or a shakeup for people because Saturn kind of brings the reality check and the harsh truth to the disassociated, dreamy, let's keep our heads in the clouds energy of Neptune. So it's kind of literally like turning the light on. I don't know, at a house party, everybody's got to go home. Like, yeah, the Neptune illusion energy is over with. And this blood moon in Virgo, lunar eclipse energy is kind of like the little cherry on top when it comes to that energy, okay? So if there's something that you've been avoiding, harsh truths, revelations, your intuition is you're ignoring it, you're not gonna have a choice but to listen to it, okay? At this time, the awareness of the shift that's about to occur before the real shift. So again, Virgo energy is not loud, it's not really boisterous, it's not looking to be validated on a public scale or anything like that. So you guys might feel the depth of this shift, or it's like you can feel something crawling under your skin or bubbling under your skin, but it hasn't necessarily surfaced yet. That's a good thing because that means that you are becoming in alignment, or you already are in alignment with what this shift is supposed to be for you, okay? So the awareness of the shift before the real shift occurs. Another theme is not to give into your fears or chaotic energy. Stay grounded, okay? Because the clarity that you need to receive is going to come from staying grounded, not being in fear, not being, oh, okay, I just heard like a slave to your mind. Don't be a slave to your own mind and whatever this chaotic energy is, okay? Be gentle, self-aware, and grounded. Okay, Virgo energy can be very like a workhorse, very attention to detail, very critical sometimes, very analytical, over analytical sometimes. But Virgo is also a very beautiful energy, again, of receiving, right? Nurturing, service to others, because it actually makes you feel fulfilled. All right. But now it's time for you guys to receive versus all the giving and doing you've been doing, and surrendering versus control. Okay. So we're going to hop out of that. And that was a little long-winded, but it does kind of help create the bridge of the reading. So we're going to start with some of these Moonology cards, okay? And then we'll get into a different oracle deck. We're going to pull some angel numbers for you guys, and then we'll clarify a little bit further later on with the tarot, okay? What is holding me to here at this time? Please and thank you when it comes to this lunar eclipse in Virgo. Please and thank you. Oops. Wow, okay, expect powerful change. New moon eclipse already. Now, we're not in a new moon, it's a full moon, but I believe the next new moon is going to be in Pisces a little closer toward the end of the month. But already, look, I just told you the shift before the actual shift, okay? Expect powerful change. Now, eclipses are classic for that. It's the shift, the change that you can't ignore anymore. And we just had a solar eclipse last month in the sign of Aquarius. So 2 eclipses back to back. It's a lot. It's a lot, okay? So if you feel like you're kind of being catapulted or forced into something that you quote unquote weren't ready for, that's not a bad thing, because go ahead, it's time to get ready, whether you're ready or not, okay? Expect powerful change. Let's see. Let's get another one of these, please, and thank you. When it comes to this eclipse energy, a new romantic cycle begins. Very nice. Another new moon energy. Okay, new moon in Libra. Oh, that's something I meant to say before too, guys. I don't necessarily feel like Mercury retrograde mixed with a blood moon eclipse is necessarily the greatest time to manifest. Because again, full moons can be about what we're trying to release or what we're trying to have revealed. So I wouldn't necessarily take this time to manifest. It's not that you can't, again, you don't want to operate out of fear or doubt, but it kind of gives me a vision of like a black hole. I don't want your manifestations to fall into a black hole and then they're taking extra long, because it's not really the right time frame to be doing that, especially in a Mercury retrograde, okay? It doesn't mean not to take action on what it is you have in mind, right? But the seeds you've already planted are literally in the midst of the shift right now, okay? So yeah, a new romantic cycle begins, and expect powerful change. So there might be a very massive shift or change going on in a romantic dynamic here for you guys. If you're not in a romantic situation, totally fine. That just means there's one about to come in, but you have to be willing to receive it. Okay, if not, then again, why would the universe give it to you? It kind of signals to the universe, if you're not ready to receive, or you're in the energy of rejection or in denial about what you deserve, why would the universe give it to you? Okay, maybe a Libra could be significant here. Maybe you have Libra in your birth chart, balancing out the scales. I mentioned that earlier too, about it's going to be very obvious, or it's going to become very clear and very obvious what is in alignment and what's out of balance with you at this time, okay? A new romantic cycle begins. I feel like something here is about to speed up, like very quickly for some of you guys, whatever that is. Okay, the karmic scales are about to be balanced. I told you, this lunar eclipse, right after that solar eclipse we just had, it's literally like the last straw, the last strings for any karmic attachments of any sort. Okay, so if you're going to hold on to anything karmic or out of alignment, you're just going to repeat a cycle. So if you don't want to repeat a cycle, take heed to what I'm saying, okay? Let's see. Step out of your comfort zone. The North Node. So somebody's North Node could be in Virgo or maybe Pisces, okay? Your North Node is the role you're supposed to step in, where you're destined to go, the things you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. That's why it says to step out of your comfort zone, because the South Node is where we're comfortable, the karmic lessons that we've already learned. I literally just said, if you don't want to repeat a cycle, you know, you're going to have to highlight what karmic energies or attachments are out of alignment with you at this time, and they're going to be forced out of your life if you don't do it yourself. Okay, so someone here needs to step out of their comfort zone if you want a new romantic cycle to begin, if you want to have a powerful change in your career field or in your emotional stability. something here has got to give. Okay, step out of your comfort zone. I'm gonna get one more of these. The North Node. I see a lot of purple here. Somebody's favorite color could be purple, or the crown chakra could be activated at this time. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Yeah. Wow. Here it is. I think I'm getting okay. I think I'm getting pretty good at this oracle mediumship stuff, you guys. I just said this card. I had a vision of it. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Here it is. Wow. So we have the eclipse energy for confirmation. And then here it is with the Virgo energy for confirmation. You are good enough. Self-worth. Okay. You are good enough to have this new romantic cycle. You are good enough to receive whatever comes out of stepping out of your comfort zone. But you may have to release fear or comfortability. Okay. I just heard fear of the unknown. Okay. Take time to breathe out here at the bottom. But let's continue. We're going to get some of these angel number cards for you guys as well. Shout out to the beautiful soul, the family member of the channel who purchased this deck for the channel. You know exactly who you are if you're here in this reading. Okay, but we're going to use a couple of these. I don't know about you guys, but I know an angel number that I've been seeing a lot lately is 919. I've been seeing 818 a lot, and I see the number 13 just in general literally multiple times a day, every single day. So pay attention to what's happening before and after you guys notice those angel number frequencies or repeating numbers. Okay, okay, 0110, and you've got 1011, so it's giving twin flame energy. 111. Okay, but this 0110, it says belief systems, okay, authenticity, destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, self-appreciation. Okay, I believe you just said that you are worthy, highlighting the energy of self-awareness and insecurities. Okay, it says you are blessed with unique talents and skills that set you apart. Embrace what makes you different. This is your path to success. So your authenticity, being original, being yourself, even if other people don't fucking get it, understand it, that is what's going to lead you to some type of success or a new romantic cycle or this powerful change. Trust that your dreams are on the way of becoming reality. Stand tall in your individuality and go after what you truly desire. And for some of you guys, going after what you truly desire is going to require stepping out of your comfort zone or doing something that might be considered quote unquote a little difficult or quote unquote a little hard. But you got to pick your difficult. You got to pick your hard. Is staying in this cycle the difficult you'd rather choose, or stepping out of your comfort zone to get where you want? Okay. And again, go after what you truly desire. Some of you guys are going to have to start understanding and start telling yourself, even if you got to write it down or look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, you know what, I do deserve this. I do deserve that. Matter of fact, actually, I'm going to start talking to myself like that. Actually, I do deserve what I've been putting all this effort into, because you are good enough. Okay. Let's see. Stand tall in your individuality, okay, because not everybody is meant to go where you're supposed to be going anyway. So of course there's gonna be people that don't fucking understand, don't agree. Okay, what is this? Some of you guys don't even believe you can settle down and get married or be in a stable relationship because of all the turmoil you've been through before, and that mindset has got to go. Yeah, look, 10-10. Okay, January could be important. I'm seeing a lot of ones. Maybe October. We had Libra show up already, okay? It says trust the journey. Clarity, patience, momentum, insight, happiness, progress, unconditional love, and self-discovery, okay? It's time to turn your long-held ideas into action. Soon, you'll connect with the right people, encounter favorable circumstances, and access the necessary resources. As a result, you'll experience joy and new opportunities. Trust the journey and have faith in the process. So if you guys caught the first portion of the reading when I was breaking down the eclipse energy, I'm more than certain I mentioned that letting go of control in order to replace it with surrender, trusting the journey and having faith in the process, whatever that journey or process is, goes hand in hand with the energy of surrender, okay? That makes a lot of sense. Now, unconditional love for yourself as well is going to be very important. And you guys may go through a very uncomfortable phase, or if I'm not talking about you, somebody around you, it could be a very uncomfortable phase or transition into self-worth. It could be very hard. And you have to understand, like, not everybody, you know, may have the same ambition or drive or confidence as you do, okay? Or vice versa. Maybe you don't have as much confidence or drive or ambition as someone else in this energy, okay? Step out of your comfort zone. You guys feel like you're not, you know, meeting the right energy, the right people, the right places, that's going to change. And I feel like in order for that to change, stepping out of your comfort zone is going to be very important. Maybe, you know, going to, I don't know, just doing something different, like going out, taking yourself out to a restaurant you've never been to before. Maybe you go to the same grocery store every time. If you go to the other grocery store, maybe on the other side of town, they have the same stuff you're going to buy at the original one, but maybe there's someone you could run into or meet at the other one, or at the other grocery store, or at the other coffee shop versus the coffee shop you've been going to the last 5 years. Just as an example, okay? Let me get one more on these, please. Oh, that was fast. 0505. Okay, the month of May could be important. It says unexpected shift. Nice. Divine guidance, transformation, love, serendipity, intuition, adaptability. Okay, Virgo is a mutable earth sign. So they are very adaptable. They can fit into any room, basically. And new opportunities, okay? An unexpected shift. Again, trust the process. Some of you guys are having too much of a vice grip when it comes to this shift that's happening. And I just said a little while ago in the first portion of the reading how, damn, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, how the shift is kind of already here. It's not loud, it's not boisterous, it's not front and center, but you feel it. You don't know exactly what it is yet for some of you guys, but you feel it, okay? And that's a good thing. A sudden change is coming, encouraging you to follow your true passions. That's the second time we're seeing that. While it may disrupt your current path, I just said that it may be a little hard, it may be difficult or uncomfortable. It will lead you to where you belong, whether that's a loving relationship, your dream career, or a new location. Embrace the unexpected, trust your instincts, and welcome the opportunities that arise, okay? But I do feel like for some of you guys, there may be a bit of like a major shift as far as an ending goes before this newness comes in. That's not for everybody. For some of y'all, you've already, you know, cleared the space and cut the cords, and the shift that you feel, it's about to start gaining momentum because you already did, you know, cleaning house that you needed to do. Trust your instincts and welcome the opportunities that arise. You guys might get opportunities from people that you never thought you would get an opportunity from, okay? Strangers, right? But you got to trust and use your discernment and your intuition, okay? Again, because full moons do heighten our intuition just in general. I think I'm going to get a couple of these romance angels cards because that seems to be kind of repeated here. A new romantic cycle begins. There could be a shift or a change in a romantic cycle. Again, if you guys are single, that's totally fine. That can still be a shift in your romantic cycle. It's been a long time. Now you're in the energy of you're ready to receive because you're good enough, or you need to understand that and apply it. Wow. Look at this. You deserve love is right here at the bottom. Okay, I know it's a little hard to see because of the lighting. I'm sorry, but you deserve love. You've been talking about that for the last 30 minutes, okay? Maybe a Sagittarius could be important. She's got a bow and arrow here. You are lovable, okay? You are lovable and you are worthy. Whatever love you're giving, you deserve to receive it as well, okay? So if it's not reciprocal, then it doesn't deserve your energy. Can you get one or two of these, please? Oops. Let your friends help you. Okay, again, being in the energy of receiving, ask for and accept support from others. Some of you guys are not good at asking for help, okay? Maybe you start to feel judged or people have judged you in the past. for asking for help or assistance, or maybe you got rejected or denied, you know, maybe 2 or 3 times, and you just say, you know what, I'm not going to ask for help ever again. Your belief system needs to shift with that, okay? Or it already has, and that's why there's a shift occurring here very rapidly. Ask for and accept support from others, okay? You get one more on this, please? Express your love. Yeah, and one of these cards, you know, well, 2 of them explicitly said, you know, to stand in your individuality and go after what you want. But some of y'all have to trust that doing that is going to bring you the results that you desire. Some of you guys can be doing that, doing said things, right? But you don't even believe that doing said thing is going to get you what you want. Hence the blockage or the delay, okay? Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So someone here could be needing to or wanting to step out of their comfort zone to make some type of romantic offer towards you, or this is you feeling this way, collective, okay? Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Someone here could feel the same way for you the way you do for them. But maybe you just don't know that yet because you haven't stepped out of your comfort zone, okay? One more here that fell out. Playfulness. Very nice. That kind of gives me the Venus energy. We have Venus and Pisces here as well in the energy, okay? To recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, very nice. So someone, again, I mentioned that earlier in my breakdown, the release of rigid relationship patterns, the release of being hyper vigilant or too much control. So that goes hand in hand with kind of needing to replace that with more playful energy, being energy in the energy to receive this, okay? To recapture romance. Some of you guys may have been working too fucking hard, working a lot, and then lacking in the love department. But it's okay to kind of like let that go a little bit is what it's giving. And I'm not saying to just like abandon things or, you know, let your bills get sky high. That's not what I'm saying. I think you guys know that. But don't feel guilty or bad for taking yourself out somewhere or for taking a break, even if that means just sitting on the couch for the day. Is it making you feel good? Do you feel better the next day? Then that's what counts, okay? Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So someone here could want to have a good time with you, maybe ask you out on a date, or this is you. Someone's like intuition is encouraging them to come forward, but it could be very difficult for them or for you to step out of their comfort zone. And a new romantic cycle begins. It doesn't always have to be like a brand new person, someone you don't know. Because I feel like for some of you guys with this playfulness, again, like let your friends help you. Express your love, a shift. I keep seeing energy of a shift. You could already know this person. And a new cycle with this current person or past person could be something you didn't really expect. Okay? Maybe you're used to someone being in their south node. You're not used to seeing someone in their north node, or vice versa. Maybe collective, someone here that you want to express your love to. Maybe you don't feel all the way good enough for this person. Maybe this person is used to seeing you in your south node, again, the karmic comfortability energy, versus your north node, your purpose, your destiny. And look, you have reconciliation. Just as I was saying that, it doesn't have to be a brand new person. This could be someone you're reconciling with. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Passion, because they have a lot of passion for you, or you have a lot of passion for this person. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Someone here just, they could feel very much so on top of the world when it comes to you, or this is how you feel. Some of you guys can be falling in love with yourselves again as well. Maybe after a long period of, again, lack of self-esteem, lack of self-worth, working too fucking hard. Now you're pouring more love into yourself, okay? A new romantic cycle can begin with you and yourself, all right? And for some of you, it might be both. In order for a new romantic cycle to begin with another person, you have to have a new romantic cycle with yourself first. Your belief system about yourself may have to shift first, collective, okay? This is not you. This is someone else around you. Please put yourself where y'all see fit, okay? But we're going to get into the tarot. I'm going to use a deck that I haven't really used in a while, actually. I forgot the name of this deck, but I don't know where the box is, I don't remember the name of this deck. I think it's called Wild Reflections. Really, really nice. But we're going to tap into this. If this is making any sense to y'all so far, definitely leave a like. It's absolutely free. Share if you care. Okay, subscribe. I would love to have y'all here, part of the family. Also, too, really quickly, Virgo energy rules over the digestive system, the nervous system related to the stomach area. So some of you guys with this lunar eclipse energy, you might have noticed yourself having like random nausea, be feeling like a little sick in your stomach, but maybe not knowing why or understanding why. Really strong gut feelings to the point where it may feel like anxiety that upsets your stomach. This eclipse energy too may start to make you, or may have made you feel, because at the time of this, when you guys catch this, it would have already passed, but maybe you were feeling like your ears were ringing a lot more than normal, or this sense of feeling disassociated while still being very present in whatever it is you're doing, right? What else was I feeling? Kind of like a very, I was feeling for like the last few days, actually, like kind of tight in my head. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I felt like my head felt like it was a headache. It was just a headache that just would not go away, but it didn't feel like I needed to take an ibuprofen or anything. It wasn't like I couldn't get out of bed. I was still felt very productive. Again, very aware, but still kind of disassociated. Stomach cramp, stomach pain might be a theme you guys noticed as well. Again, heightened intuition, feeling like something's about to happen or change, but not knowing exactly when, where, or how. Then you're in alignment with the energy if you're feeling any of those things, okay? But let's get into this, into the tarot. What else is this collective need to hear at this time regarding this lunar eclipse energy in Virgo? What's the collective need to hear when it comes to this lunar eclipse in Virgo, please? Six of Wands, strength. Okay, so a lot of Leo energy right off the bat, but confidence, security, right? With the strength card here. This can be the energy of holding back a little bit sometimes, or having courage or needing to gain some type of courage. Six of Wands is the energy of confidence, okay? Someone in the Six of Wands energy is very highly sought after. Someone here could have a lot of respect for you, or they look at you as someone on a pedestal, or this is how you're viewing another person. Collective, please put yourself where you see fit, okay? Six of Wands is not someone who lacks confidence. They're not shy about being in the spotlight or anything like that, okay? Lots of recognition. Some of you guys may hold back in your career or in relationships, whatever it is, but it's time for you to be recognized. So I see you guys being recognized for your hard work, or maybe even your patience, okay? But I do feel like someone here needs to work on their confidence. Some of you guys could have like your friends or family trying to encourage you, but no one can make you confident. That's why they call it self-esteem. It's esteem of the self. And the same message would go for someone else, maybe on your mind or who's in your energy. Like, you can't force self-esteem or confidence on somebody. So someone here like needs to grow into that. Or again, you got to talk to yourself in the mirror every day and repeat it, write it down multiple times a day. Then do that, okay? Six of Wands. Someone could be put on a public platform here. Congratulations. Why is this here, please? Ooh, what is this? Oh, the Tower. Okay, so Scorpio energy here, Aries. The Tower is definitely an unexpected shift that kind of goes hand in hand with this angel number we saw. The Tower can be kind of like the crumbling of a foundation, but when the Tower shows up, that just means, collective, maybe you were holding back from an ending for too long. So when the Tower shows up, that's the universe stepping in at that point. Like, if you don't budge, your person doesn't budge, or whatever, the Tower will show up and make a shift happen no matter what. I mentioned that already earlier. Like, if you guys are literally choosing to stay in stagnant energy and not take this shift seriously, you are going to stay in a cycle. I can promise you that. If you don't follow your intuition or get out of your comfort zone, recognize your worth, make room to receive in whatever area that is, you are going to repeat a cycle, and it's going to be a tower moment after tower moment to try to force you out of that cycle. So you got to pick your poison, choose your difficult. You want to do it, or do you want God to do it for you? Because if that's the case, it's not going to be pretty. It could be a lot easier if you go ahead and have the strength and courage to do it yourself. Because if you wait for the universe, your spirit team to do it, it's not going to be easy. Okay, it's going to be a little bit harder than it needs to be, is what I want to say with that. Okay, the Tower is just a surprise, things that you don't expect to see or don't expect to happen. Maybe something here was built on a faulty foundation anyway, so it kind of needed to crumble in order to be built on a more solid foundation. Okay. Oof, 10 of Swords. Wow. I just said that, like, an ending here that maybe was inevitable or is inevitable. And maybe some of you guys or someone in your energy took too long or just took a long time. So now something here is being forced. 10 of Swords can sometimes be the energy of like betrayal. Just a major ending, okay? Someone may have put like 10 swords in your back, or this Tower moment could have put 10 swords in somebody's back. Again, some of you guys may have been feeling very down in the dumps when it comes to your self-esteem or your self-worth. Do something nice for yourself. Buy yourself something nice, even if it's small. It doesn't have to be, hundreds of dollars, but even that means taking yourself out to somewhere you like to eat or somewhere you like to drink. Like, keeping yourself down in the dumps like this is not going to help, is what I'm getting, okay? A major ending here, or someone needs some type of courage or strength in order to end something, or you guys have regained a lot of courage and strength and confidence here after you did end something. Or again, for some of y'all, or for some of your person, they waited till the Tower came and ended something for them. Especially if it's like a karmic cycle, a karmic tie that should have been ended a long time ago. Wow, look, the Lovers. I'm telling you, you want a new romantic cycle, you can have it. You can expect powerful change. You do deserve to have something genuine here. Gemini energy, Libra, Scorpio, heavy Leo as well. The Lovers, wow. So again, something here may have had to really, really end or be started all over first. It's kind of like a rebirth. Again, that eclipse energy can talk about culmination, release, intuition, and a rebirth. Okay, the Lovers is a choice as well. So I told you, if y'all are not choosing actively, consciously to do something or to make a shift or to trust the journey, or again, step out of your comfort zone or be in alignment with this shift that is going to happen, whether you like it or not, it's gonna be hard. This is a message for someone on your mind, okay? Look how intensely they're looking at each other. Like, someone here is so enamored by you, collective, or you're feeling this way about a person. Just wow. But someone here, they're struggling, or they're holding back here, possibly out of fear, or again, not feeling good enough. Some of you guys could have even chose a career path or a certain job here when you bring a lot more to the table, but maybe you chose something or settled for something because you didn't feel good enough or worthy. You didn't think you deserved anything more. I'm telling you, the universe is going to end that. I don't know how else to say it. Like, 2 of Cups, you can't make this up. Wow, okay, the 2 of Cups. That's probably one of my favorite cards in the tarot. Like, this is harmony. This is balance, okay? 2 of Cups is like a soulmate dynamic, a really, really close partnership, a really close friend. But with this Lovers card, it's giving lovers and friends. Again, I mentioned some of you guys could be starting a very new romantic cycle if you went through, the absolute most, just a really rough, tumultuous journey. Someone here putting sword after sword after sword in your back, and you're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and realizing that you do deserve some type of happiness here. Now, for some of you guys, this is someone you already know. Something here very major or significant could have happened. Backstabbing, betrayal of some sort. Again, just a significant ending, a break, a pause, just for you and this person to come right back. but in better energy, in healed energy. Okay? Expect powerful change. Someone here had to go through a shift first, whether that was a shift in their mindset, a shift in how they feel or treat themselves, a shift when it comes to stepping out of their comfort zone, a shift when it comes to ending a karmic situation or wrapping up the last little remnants of a karmic cycle, a karmic attachment possibly. Okay? Someone here can feel very lost or very stuck without you, collective. This has to do with another person, or this is how you're feeling. Oh, wow. Ace of Wands. What is this? Four of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. There it is. The new beginning. This could be a job, a career of some sort with this Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys are going to start a new career or a new job here. And you're going to be able to save money, relocate, create another stable foundation. And I said that earlier, like if something here was built on a shaky, faulty, fragmented foundation, it was meant to fall apart. It was meant to end in order for a new foundation to be built. Okay, the Four of Pentacles can talk about saving money or just creating stability of some sort. Sometimes the energy of holding back and being a little stubborn, but I feel like someone here is letting that go, or they need to, because someone doesn't want to be away from you. They don't want to hold back, or this is you. Someone here could be getting their stability in order, and then they'll come to you for a new beginning, a fresh start, or something to that degree, okay? Someone could plant or have a lot of plants or foliage in their home. Someone could garden. And it's like, you know, once this Ten of Swords, it's almost like fresh new soil. Ten of Swords, it's like a brand new day right after that. You can't get any lower than the Ten of Swords, you know? So a new beginning is meant to be had here, you guys. Whether it comes to a shift in your career field, and it's something you actually genuinely, authentically want to do, then you can have that. If this is a relationship, I'm definitely seeing something here about a relationship. Okay, someone here wants to have fun with you, or you're like their best friend, or someone could feel like that about you, or that's how you're feeling. But someone here is a little stubborn and holding back right now after some type of tower moment, or someone is experiencing tower moments in order to get out of their comfort zone, okay? So they can make this action or take effort or take action with their efforts towards you. And you can't make this up. King of Cups is showing up here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone here is very much so in love with you. Someone here is very sexually attracted to you with this Ace of Wands. So it's like you've got passion, you've got emotions here. King of Cups, it's like someone here wants to sing at the top of a damn mountain about you, collective. Wow, okay. And the King of Cups is definitely an intuitive. Whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. Following your intuition is going to lead you to success, like literally. King of Cups, they're natural intuitive. Six of Wands, success, recognition, victory, a win of some sort, being recognized. Some of you guys, again, your feelings are valid. How you feel, or maybe how this other person in your energy is feeling, is valid. Don't diminish or dim your light or the way that you feel because other people may not understand it or agree. That's not the point. You know what I mean? You want more on this, please? Yeah, someone here, it's like they love you so much. They have a lot of respect for you. They hold you in a very high regard here, collective. Or this is how you're feeling towards somebody else. But I do feel like self-esteem and confidence, or something here being built on a faulty foundation that needed to crumble in order to be built again, is important. It's a factor. An unexpected shift is happening here. But again, if you're in alignment with this energy that we're in, then you already felt the shift coming, whether you see results right now or not. And that's where you want to be right now, okay? Oh, Five of Pentacles, okay? And you have the Four of Wands here. I told you, someone does not want to be away from you. Someone could be feeling very left out in the cold. The more that you guys don't follow your intuition or keep doing things that you know are not authentic or make you feel good, I just heard you're going to pay the price. Yeah, look, Death card here. So that stuff is coming to an end. Unhappy living dynamics, unhappy marriages, unhappy living situations, unhappy financial situations and job placements. this death card, Scorpio, that's wrapping up. And you see this portal here? Eclipses are literally like energetic portals. So you don't have a choice. It's either, well, everybody has free will, but if you don't choose to go through the portal that again is literally meant for you, you're gonna stay stuck in the same cycle. I don't know how else to explain it, you guys. I definitely see like a reconciliation after someone here being or feeling left out in the cold. Okay, someone does not want to be away from you. Someone could literally want to marry you after a period of like separation or rejection of some sort. Yeah, hangman, pause, surrender, Pisces energy. Okay, this is a heavy theme of this eclipse. Surrendering versus control. Okay, so someone could be learning that lesson very harshly at this time. Otherwise, they haven't learned it or figured it out yet, or you, collective, you don't want the universe to do it for you. I'm telling you that right now, okay? So take that with what you will, but you can't make this up. Like, someone here is very much so attracted to you, and they want you, or this is you, okay? You want to get married, you can do that. You want to buy a house, you can do that. You want a new beginning, you can have that. The shift is already here, okay? But I'm going to leave this reading here, you guys. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.